Hi, I'm Yomi-Alliyu, and in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how to make an extra six figures monthly writing without having to fight for low paying gigs on freelancing sites or without working for frustrating clients. I know there are a lot of distractions around us, but this strategy I'm about to share can change your life. So I don't want you to miss a crucial step. So please, determined to stay focused, can you do yourself that favor? Close Facebook and other social media, turn off your notifications, give me your complete attention. Yeah, so now I'm guessing this is probably not the first time you'll be watching a video on how to be successful in one business or another. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed at building a successful writing business in the past, it's not your fault. There's a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many times that information overload keeps us from success. And if you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed as a writer, especially in Nigeria, I want to put those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right person to show you how. A lot of so-called freelancing experts and gurus want you to think that you need to bid for gigs and work your ass out on sites like Fiverr to become successful. I'm here to tell you they are wrong. They have their reasons for wanting you to think that, but it's not true. So that's what we are here for. If you are a beginner freelance writer, you get the blueprint to making six figures monthly writing by the side or part time. And if you want to do this full time, well, how to make seven figures and above monthly. If you're an advanced writer, you get a better way to make more money with lesser stress as a freelance writer. And even if you are that person, that entrepreneur that does not want to do the writing, you learn how to run a successful freelance writing business without being the actual writer. So if you fall within any of these three categories, at the end of this presentation, you are going to understand one, the only way to make unbelievable money as a freelance writer is through cold authority, is by approaching business people as an authority. And secondly, the only way to successfully use cold authority to land high paying clients without stress is by following the blueprint called the cold authority blueprint. You're probably wondering why I am qualified to teach on this topic, yeah? So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yomi-Alliyu. As I said earlier, I'm a copywriter and digital marketing professional. I offer digital marketing services through Renegade Commerce. But I also run a successful freelance writing business on the side. I write for a few top clients like NaraBet in Nigeria. I've been heading a content team for them since 2017, and Sweet Process in the USA, and several other clients like that. So I've had the opportunity to be published on major global publications like entrepreneur.com, Thrive Global, e-commerce nation, and so on. And I've also had the opportunity to write for other international companies like MSN, like Shopify, Bluehost, Obrello, and tons of other companies. And finally, I own e-commerce brands like Billcrest, which is popular amongst women. So freelance writing, however, contributes to a big part of my monthly income. Some lazy months, I make $500,000 naira. I'm sure that's not bad for a side hustle, but it wasn't always this good for me. My story is that of an eventual success after years of so many failures. For example, I launched my freelance writing career back in 2011 when I was my final year in the university. It was an exciting phase of my life. I finally became an online entrepreneur. But unfortunately, the rosiness I was promised is not what I found in this business. From the onset, I had learned to never take on low paying gigs. But unfortunately, I also did not really master how to get the high paying ones. So for years, I would only occasionally get a few high paying opportunities, but it's either they're a one-off gig, like okay, someone wants to write a sales copy or website copy, or they are not frequent enough, or that lasted for just a short while. So I basically rocked those years through a feast of famine roller coaster. I don't know if you understand it. When you're comfortable today, you're broke tomorrow. Now I was juggling different things to support my young family. All I wanted was to be able to afford the kind of life I want for my family, good living, good feeding, good education for my kids, and you know, the usual things. At a point, I became very, very anxious. I didn't want to lose the respect of my wife and that of my in laws from being unable to provide as a man is supposed to. And I definitely didn't want my family to get hungry. So I needed a change desperately. Fast forward to 2016, I joined this group that was created around the freelance writing challenge by one of my old mentors. However, I did not get active on the group till early 2017. That was after another big plan I had for the first quarter of that year failed. But by then, dozens of writers on the group already had success stories, and a lot of things had changed. It was now harder for people to get published on those sites. People easily got published on. Either they had changed their editors or they had new policies, and it just felt as if all the goodies had been taken by other people and there was nothing left for me. But there was no turning back for me, and I knew I just had to find a way. I started my own challenge, writing challenge, in February 2017. I pretended like I was a newbie, like I knew nothing about freelance writing. Then I strictly followed every single step that was laid down, like the strategies they gave in the group. And before the end of March 2017, I was what I would call a truly international freelance writer. I got published on Tribe Global, and I landed a client that pays as much as 25 cents per word. I still work with them till today. The months that followed were even greater. I got published on bigger sites like Entrepreneur. I landed more clients. It was like magic. The results I could not get in 6 years of my freelance writing, I got in just about 3 months of following the steps in the challenge. By the end of 2017, however, I had to fire most of my writing clients just to free up time for me to launch my e-commerce brand, sponsored by writing money anyways. Yet I was still making multiple six figures monthly from writing without doing the actual writing. Unfortunately, this 2020, when the pandemic started, it badly affected my businesses. From e-commerce, we could not deliver to customers anymore. To digital marketing services, some of my clients were affected and they had to pause business. So even some of my existing writing clients were affected. The only thing I could fall back on was my freelance writing. And it was interesting that even during this pandemic, I was still able to land new clients. Let me see if I can show you some. Yeah, so this is one that I landed. They needed like 27 brokers, but because of my prices, because of my rates, they reduced it to 6 brokers. Imagine $1,000 for 6 brokers. Do I have the date? Okay, right here, 24th of July was when my invoice was paid, and that was yeah, 24th of July. And this is another one that I just landed. Okay, the date is not showing. This one I landed this August, just 3 blogs per month. I was not going to accept it, but it still falls within the 10 cents per word that I charge during this pandemic. I just calculated it 10 cents per word, it was at 430. So multiplied by 240. I just thought about it, an extra 6 figures, over 100,000 naira per month, writing just 3 blogs. But what was actually more thrilling for me is that I rejected over a dozen clients because of my rates. So this is an example. By the left, it says, I'm afraid your rate is more than double than what we are currently paying our top writers. Who cares? And the second one, okay, this one actually wanted me to do $50 for every 1,000 words. It was when I was still starting out. I would have been very happy to jump at this. And this person wants between 4K to 6K. So let's assume average 5K words. It would have been an extra $250, and it would have required multiple per week. So this was one very tough decision I had to make, but I had to reject it so that I don't keep myself too busy with low-paying gigs. But I'm sure if you're a beginner freelance writer, you would have been very happy to jump at something like this. See, the truth is, whether you just need an extra 100K per month and run a part-time writing business like I do, or you want to take this business full-time and make 7 figures per month, like some of my friends from the same challenge I was talking about, the Code Authority system will help you achieve your goals of living the writer's life, which is a life of freedom. Not only has this system worked for me, but yes, the story of one of my mentees, his name is Rotimi. He was making multiple 6 figures on the side, as a sports writer, which was complementing his already well-paying day job. When I met Rotimi, it was in a very bad place. He was trying to start a part of his life all over. He not just had to support himself, he's the man of the house and he had to support his mom and siblings. He, however, was not earning a dime, but he's a very good writer and a good sports analyst, specifically football. So I hired him for a few personal jobs, but I also sold him the idea of becoming a freelance sports writer. He did not take it seriously at first, but when he finally did, it got published on major sports publication, including Goal.com, which is one of the biggest sports sites, in fact, the biggest football website in the world. And he has also appeared on major radio and TV stations. And currently, he has his own fast growing sports podcast. But most importantly, he has gone on to build his freelancing career and he can now support himself and his family comfortably. He's enjoying the power of the code authority system. In fact, even though he was not yet an influencer or popular in the sports world in 2019, he landed the Oprah News gig for sports writing. Then Oprah approached influencers to hire them, but he approached them. Of course, nobody approached them. And yes, he landed them as a client. It was simply irresistible. So, yes, so we are going to cover during the next 20 minutes or thereabout. 3 secrets. The first secret is what I call authority hacking. That is how to become irresistible to businesses and land high-paying clients faster. Then second secret is what I call success clues. That is how to greatly increase your chances of landing clients when you approach them, what to do and what to say. And the third secret is what I named the advantaged global citizen. That is how to succeed as a global freelance writer, notwithstanding your nationality. That is how to earn in dollars even as a Nigerian or even if you're Togolese. Let's get started. First secret, how to become irresistible to businesses and land high-paying clients faster. So when I got into freelance writing in 2011, I saw several options for running the business, from inbound marketing, that is, you build your brand and clients are attracted to you, to outbound marketing, where you actively go after clients. And the third option was to jostle for existing jobs. That's when you apply on job sites and you keep bidding on freelancing sites. The third option was a no for me, according to those I was following. And they mentioned the first option as the best way. But inbound marketing is not small work. It involves marketing yourself by blogging, social media, but most importantly, guest blogging. But this also involves a lot of patience. So imagine a lot of work, yet a lot of patience. Now, I'm even wondering why I chose that option. I don't have the time to do all this. I was in school, I was in final year, and because I was not confident in sales, I could not even go for outbound marketing because I'd have to talk to hundreds of clients every week and expect less than 1% to say yes. So can you see why most people will go for the third option? Because it's easier, even if it meant making far less money. But as for me, I was floating poorly between option 1 and option 2. Then fast forward to 2017, I learned that to succeed as a freelance writer, your marketing must be some sort of hybrid. That is a creative combination of inbound and outbound. I still had to approach clients. This time around, I was going armed with irresistible credibility. I was approaching them as an authority. Many were even impressed with my pitch. Some even got intimidated. Needless to say, my response rate was greatly boosted. The first 20 pitches I sent when I started following the challenge got me 6 responses. 4 out of those responses were positive responses that were ready to work with me. Imagine a 30% response rate on cold emailing. The cool thing is, it didn't just work for me. In fact, like I told you, people were already posting their success stories in that exclusive group I mentioned before I even started my own journey. Some of them are Nigerians. They once I can remember, because of some sort of relationship we had, Ilmos Onwokwe, Tolokwe Ajiboye, Abdugani Shehu, and so on. All of them also did not start getting success in their freelance writing careers until they started using this hybrid way, which, well, I have now named the Code Authority Freelance Writing System. So, following the system is not time consuming. It only takes as much time as you want, or as much time as your goal requires. Of course, if you want 7 figures monthly, it might require more time than someone who has a 6-figure goal. But for me, writing is a side also. So I've gotten to a level where I spend almost no time on it. Now I've shown you that the secret to becoming irresistible to businesses and to land high-paying clients faster is by using this special inbound and outbound marketing hybrid. So because of time, let's move to the next secret. The second secret, success clues, how to greatly increase your chances of landing clients when you approach them, what to do and say. One of the things that discouraged me from approaching clients, whether through email or through social media or in person, is how much no I've received in my life. Even this new way, when I learned that approaching clients was one of the steps, I was almost discouraged again. But I decided to give it a shot. And yes, I did successfully. So, what made the difference? This time around, I did not rely on my ability. I simply used a script that was already working for other people. Unsurprisingly, they worked for me too. Whether I was landing my entrepreneur.com spot or landing a 25-cent forward client, I simply copied and pasted messages that other people already used successfully. So no more guesswork, no more gambling, no need to believe in my ability or train myself to sell better, just proven scripts. And of course, I'm not the only one that chose smart work over hard work. My mentee Rotimi, who I just talked about, he landed his goal.com spot by using the exact same script that I used to land my Thrive Global spot. So you don't need any sales experience when you have a system, especially scripts that you can follow. Remember I told you when I finally started the challenge in 2017, I had to leave everything I knew behind and I acted like a complete newbie. My 5-year experience did not matter at that time at all, yet I enjoyed some success. So it's true what people like Tony Robbins say, success leaves clues, and all you have to do to succeed is to follow the path successful people have followed. So now you know that the secret to greatly increasing your chances of landing clients when you approach them is to follow an already proven script. Isn't that awesome? So let's move to the third secret of successful freelance writing. So how to succeed as a global freelance writer, notwithstanding your nationality. That is how to earn in dollars, even as a Nigerian. Well, it got to a point in my freelance writing career that I just stopped bothering myself with going after foreign clients. Yes, they had the biggest pay, but they just weren't paying me any attention. So I just assumed it was all because I'm Nigerian and they didn't want to have anything doing with me. Well, you know what's up with our Nigerian reputation. Boy, I was so wrong. Ever since I launched my freelance writing career in 2017, I go after foreign clients like it's normal. And yes, the least I charge, especially before the pandemic, is 15 cents per word. That's $150 for a 1,000 word article, more than even many Westerners charge. And I've had several clients happy to pay that rate. So, what has helped me is my positioning and understanding of how to play the numbers game. Now, I know how many people I have to approach to land the number of clients I want. It will become very easy for you to land clients from the USA, the UK, Canada, and other Western countries once you learn how to position yourself as an international writer and global authority in your niche. My friend Amos, he writes for major players in the global e-commerce industry. People like Obrello. Before he started using the code authority approach, he could not even achieve 10% of what he has now achieved. Then finally, you now know that the secret to succeeding as a global freelance writer, notwithstanding your nationality, is by first positioning yourself as an authority, then playing the numbers game. So let me ask you a question. If you followed what I showed you in Secret 1 and used the hybrid marketing to become irresistible to businesses and land high-paying clients faster, then you also did what I showed you in Secret 2 and you got all the proven scripts you need to greatly increase your chances of landing clients when you approach them. And then you are able to successfully do Secret 3 and you don't just know your numbers, but you also position yourself as a global writer and authority in your chosen niche, even as a Nigerian. Do you think you could be successful? I bet you said yes. So, are you excited about what we've discussed so far? And are you also feeling a little overwhelmed because we've covered so much? The truth is, it's impossible for me to show you everything you need to build a successful global freelance writing business in a 30 minutes or even 1 hour video, though I'm trying to cover as much as I can. So, I hope it's okay with you if I spend the next 10 minutes to go over a very special offer I created to help you implement this code authority system for yourself so that you can start building your successful freelance writing career immediately and start landing just those juicy clients. Cool. So, firstly, it is special offer I've created for you. Um, if you grab it right away, you're going to instantly get access to my 6-week code authority system masterclass, which is valued at 68,000 naira. So this masterclass is carefully structured and spread over 6 weeks to ensure that you land your first clients at least within 1 month, as long as you follow the steps I laid out in the masterclass. So here's what we are going to cover quickly. Week 1 and week 2, we'll be laying the foundation for your freelance writing career, positioning you for success. Then we'll spend the entire week 3 and 4 on getting clients, going after those juicy clients in a way that makes you hard to refuse. Week 5, we will dive into fulfillment and delivery, how to make sure you do a professional job and keep the client satisfied and coming back. Then we are going to wrap up week 6 with scaling your business, how to make even more money from your writing business while doing less. So I want to make sure you know who this masterclass is for. So it's for people that want to get started as a freelance writer, either part-time or full-time, and want to succeed as fast as possible. It's also for people who have been running their freelance writing business but don't really have a system to help them consistently land high-paying clients quickly. And like I said before, it's also for entrepreneurs that want to have a writing business but don't want to do the actual writing, want to have writers under them working for them. So if you are one of these people, then this masterclass is for you. So my 6 weeks code authority freelance writing system masterclass is valued at 68,000 naira. So you're also going to get access to the accompanying code authority workbook and timeline. The way the masterclass is structured, if you follow the established timeline and you do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, nothing says you shouldn't land at least one client by at most week 4. So you won't be alone. You'll have a guide that tells you what to do, when to do it. It will help you become an authority in your niche and land your ideal clients faster. Don't worry, these tools will be very easy to use. It took me hours upon hours to create this workbook in a way that syncs perfectly with the course to help you achieve your goal within 1 month, and it's worth just 5,000 naira. But don't worry, it's going to come as a part of my special offer for you. Next, you get my freelance writing business shortcuts. So what is this? This is a collection of scripts and templates that I use to run my own freelance writing business, from the scripts that I use to land spots in top publications to those that I use to land top clients. You remember Secrets 2? Those scripts that tell you what exactly to do and say to greatly increase your chances of landing clients when you approach them. Yes, I'm going to give you everything. Not just that, you also get several spreadsheets that you use to keep track of things and run your business like a pro. These tools are going to help you get rid of all the headaches involved in running a freelance writing business, and they will save you years of trying to figure things out through trial and failure. You won't have to overthink anything. You just have what has already worked for other people and you use it for yourself. Seriously, these tools are the main reason I can boast of most of my freelance writing achievements today. And they are the reason I can confidently say that you are going to land your first client within your first month of starting your business. And trust me, they are dead simple to use. Even a primary school student can use them. Even a dummy can use them. I've not met anyone that got this script and had problems using them. Trust me, these powerful scripts alone, they are valued at 22,000 naira. If this is the only thing you get, it's going to change your life, literally. So, the next thing you get, yes, case study. This is very interesting. So, my mentee, Rutim Daramola, agreed that I share his tips, his success story, the steps he took one after the other to get published on go.com and become an instant authority in the sports writing niche. You're going to see the strategy he used, the exact pitch he sent, and every other thing he did to land that coveted spot on the site. This is not just to inspire you, but to also to help you see the strategy in action. This is not just to inspire you, but to help you see the strategy in action So you too can follow those steps. You also learn about his mistakes, frustrations, so that you can avoid them and succeed faster on your own journey. This case study is valued at 3,500 naira. Well, the next thing you get in my special offer, if you grab it today, is my business writing templates. This is powerful. Back in 2015, I created a training on copywriting, and as part of that training, I created a collection of copywriting templates. So in this collection, there is a template for almost every form of writing you can think of, from sales letters to blog posts and articles, advertising copy, ad copy, email copy, even social media posts and BCs. You're going to get a template for all of them. This is just to make your work easier. If, for example, you are hired to write a sales letter, but you don't know how to, you can simply scroll to the page on sales letters and use the proven template that I've put there. It took me years to put this collection together. Some of them came from paid courses that I had access to. They are ethically stolen from the best. I didn't create them myself. We are not going to have to spend years combing through the internet and buying courses to get your own templates. I already did that for you. This bonus will simply make it easier and faster to deliver your work. And if you're not confident in your writing, these templates will ensure that you're delivering the right thing that your clients paid for. Even till now, I still resort to these templates and use them. To get this powerful template book separately, you'd have to pay 19,500 naira. But it's going to be a part of your special offer today. So next, you're going to get another case study about how to land your first client. I'm very, very excited about this specific case study. So I asked my friend Amos Onwukwe if he can share a success story with you, and not just empty stories, but the exact steps he took to land that very first client as a new freelance writer. Can you see why I'm excited about this? And he graciously said yes. So I interviewed him, I put his answers, of course, his challenges, victories, steps, tips, where he was coming from before he became a freelance writer and everything. I put them all into a case study. You're going to get instant access to this case study when you invest in my special offer today. Well, perhaps you'll be able to relate to the beginning days of this now seven-figure freelance writer. And you can also avoid the pitfalls and challenges that he encountered so that you can succeed even faster than we did. So, this is one resource you don't want to miss. It's worth 5,000 naira on its own, but don't worry, it's included in my special offer for you. And now, perhaps the most exciting bonus you're going to get here, that's an exclusive bonus, however. It's free business critic, but it's for the first 10 people to sign up today. So if you sign up today, you're going to have free access to my critiquing service. What this means is that I'm going to take a look at some of the assets you'll be using to build your freelance writing business. It could be your professional website, it could be your pitches. Let's say you build your website, your writer website, you can send it to me to go through it and check and give you my feedback, just to ensure that it's compelling enough before you start marketing it to get clients. And of course, I'll tell you what to remove, what to add, and stuff like that. So you can also do that with your pitch. You create your pitch, you want to send it to a client, you can email it to me to read through, and I'm going to give you feedback before you send it off to that client or even that editor. Dedicating the time to do this for you is a very, very big deal, and that's why I'm sorry, I can't do it for everybody. For just the first, if you're among the first few people to sign up today, then you are going to get this bonus. It's going to ensure that you succeed in your freelance writing business even faster, because you are going to have someone with experience to help you perfect each aspect of your business. My website critic is usually like $500 for 5 to 7 pages. And if I'm going to do copy critic, I want to check your copy, it's about $50. But like I said, if you're one of the first people to invest in this special package today, you're going to get all my critic for free with your website and your pitch and so on. Everything is valued at over $600. And by today's exchange rate, let's even say it's 395 per dollar. That is a whopping 237,000 naira bonus that I'm giving you if you grab this offer early. So there you have it. On signing up today, you get instant access to my 6-week masterclass valued at 68,000 naira. The code authority workbook and timeline valued at 5,000 naira. My freelance writing business shortcut, which costs 22,000 naira. You're going to get the go.com case study, which is valued at 3,500. You're going to get my writing templates, which is valued at 19,500 naira. and you are going to get the landing first client case study, which is valued at 5,000 naira, and you are going to get a complete business critic from me if you hurry and grab my special offer today, which is valued at 237,000. That's a total value of 343,800 naira. Well, obviously, I'm not going to charge you 343,800 naira. But if I did charge you 343,800 naira and all it did was show you the secret behind how successful Nigerian freelance writers land foreign clients easily, would it be worth it to you? If all this system did was make you an authority that becomes irresistible in your chosen niche and it helps you land even just one client, would it be worth 343k to you? At least you saw an example of someone for just 3 blog posts, and that's an extra 100k per month. So if it can do that for you, would it be worth 343k to you? And if all it did was give you those secret scripts that are proven and used by successful freelance writers all over the world to land those juicy clients and highly coveted publication spots, would it be worth 343k to you? So I had two choices with this. I could go as cheap as possible and try to sell to as many people as possible, but the problem with that is I wouldn't be able to really offer the huge value I created in this masterclass for you. So I decided to go with the second option, to choose quality over quantity, so that I can dedicate more time, energy, and resource to help you guarantee your success. If you had a successful freelance writing business that is earning you some nice extra income monthly, what would it be worth to you? How much would you pay to have that one good extra source of income? You can probably now see why people pay as much as 150k for a similar program, because it's not a cost, it's an investment. You've already seen how the total package is worth over 343,800. Even at 150k, which I charge for personal coaching, it's still a great deal. However, to ensure that more Nigerians become successful global freelance writers and not Fiverr hustlers, I've decided to make the Code Authority freelance writing system to go for just, guess what? 35,000 naira. But wait, I understand the current situation of things around the world right now. So because of this, I'm going to give you an even more special offer. So because of the coronavirus pandemic, for now, I'll be slashing the price of the package by a whopping 64.3%, strictly for those who attend this presentation. Yes, so if you invest today, you're going to be getting the Code Authority freelance writing system for just 12,500. My past students will be envious of you right now. So just remember, it's only the first 10 people to sign up today that will enjoy my free critic offer. Then make sure you click the button below to lock in your slots now. Now let me put this into perspective for you. If you went to my regular website right now, you could buy this same system, this same training for 35,000 naira. But because you have invested this time with me and you have proven that you really want to get this result, I'm making this special offer for just this presentation. So at this point, you have two choices. The first choice is to do nothing. Well, if you do nothing with the information you've gotten over the past few minutes, what do you get? Nothing. Or you can choose to take a leap of faith and just test it out to see if it's going to work for you. It's okay if it doesn't work for you. You are covered by my 30-day money back guarantee. That is, if you do everything I teach you in the masterclass and still not land at least one client, tell me and you're going to get your money back. So test drive this and see if it's going to work for you. You have nothing to lose. Even if the program does half of what I've claimed today, it will still pay for itself multiple times in less than 2 months. Once again, here's what you get when you invest in my special offer today. You get the 6-week Code Authority freelance writing system masterclass, which is worth 68,000 naira. You're going to get my freelance writing business shortcuts, which is worth 22,000 naira. You're going to get the Code Authority workbook and timeline for the masterclass, which is worth 5,000 naira. You're going to get the case study of how Rotimi got published on Go.com, which is worth 3,500 naira. And you're going to get my writing templates, which is worth 19,500 if you are going to buy it alone separately. And then you're going to get this powerful case study of how Amos landed his first client, which is valued at 5,000 naira. And finally, if you are amongst the first 3 people to sign up today, you are going to get my exclusive bonus, which is a free business critique where I critique and check all your assets from your website to your pitches. And this is what 237,000 naira. You're going to get everything for just 12,500 naira. So hurry and click the button below this video immediately to book your slot. And once you've been through this training and have everything set up, you can say goodbye to the stress of consistently trying and failing at building a successful freelance writing business. You never have to worry about not finding high paying clients again. Can you imagine what life would be like when you can easily and quickly find clients? What are you going to do with all this extra money? So click the button below and let's get started already. See you inside.